Hi, I'm Thomas Muha, and in this video, I will show you how to perform data analysis with the help of tools based on large language models and generative AI. I'll be working with a dataset consisting of 7 Excel workbooks, and throughout this analysis, I will need to combine the datasets and generate various outputs, including charts. However, throughout this whole process, I will not write a single formula and not a single line of code. Instead, I'll be driving the analysis through prompts formulated in natural language. Working with data and analyzing data is a common task in any business. So now let's have a look at how we can use ChatGPT in facilitating that work. In this case, let's say we have a couple of Excel files with data that we would like to analyze. And I have collected this here, and we can have a quick look at some of these files and then start working with them. So here you can see customers data. It is not a very large file. We have a bit over 90 rows here. You can see there are some customer IDs, company name, and then we have a few more fields for every company. And this is the Excel file with categories of products that our company is selling. So you can see that this is just some dummy data that we can use to test out the capabilities of ChatGPT in data analysis. So I will show you one more file and then we will get to actually working with the data. So this document shows order details, and here you can see that we have over 2,000 orders that were executed, and then different products were sold, and we have unit price and quantity as well as discount. So now you get an idea of the type of data that we have. This is a kind of very simplified but a representative type of data that you might find in organizations, in businesses, in many industries and sectors. So let's go ahead and upload all of these files to ChatGPT. And then we can start off by asking the model to provide an overview of data structure. ChatGPT is performing analysis of the files that I uploaded. So it actually reads in this data before it is able to answer or provide an overview of these documents. And now it is going one file at a time to provide more details on these. So going through all these files will take a moment, but I'll get back to you once it has reviewed all of these files. Okay, now it has finished analyzing the data structure, and then it has provided us a summary as well as showing how different tables in this database, we could say, are connected with each other. Let's say we want to investigate first discounts that our customers are getting. And we can ask the model to find a customer who received the largest discount, and then also we would like to see details of the order where this discount was provided and break it down by country. So now you can see that ChatGPT is not able to answer immediately. Instead, it needs to perform some analysis, it needs to combine details from several tables to be able to answer this question. And now it is starting to list these customers and orders for which there was the largest discount. So give it a moment to finish off. All right, so it has now finished analyzing the data, and we have the list available here. So a couple of things to note. First, maybe we can have a look at the results. So if we take, for example, Finland and this order, so we can go back to our data. Yes, so the customer name is correct. And then let's check the discount value. All right, and now we can check the order. So we can see that there were a couple of products ordered under this order, and indeed 20% discount on 2 of these products, right? So it seems that this is correct, and in fact I have checked manually all the orders from that customer and also from Finland, and this was the highest discount provided. If we wanted to investigate this analysis logic of ChatGPT, we can actually inspect Python code that the model generated when performing the analysis, or in order to perform the analysis. And I think this is a very powerful feature of this type of analysis, is that, well, first, we can actually inspect the analysis logic. Second, we could extract this code, and then if we want to repeatedly perform this type of analysis, we can automate this process by using the code. And then also we can modify it if there are some changes that would be needed. And also, in this case, we are essentially not facing the problem of hallucination of this model because the analysis is not generating text as such, but rather the analysis is programmatically operating on the data that we have provided, and then it is just outputting the results of program run. So in this case, the risk of hallucination is certainly much lower. So let's continue with this data analysis so I can show you a few more things that can be done using ChatGPT in this type of scenario. So first, we can ask ChatGPT to present the same results but in a table so that it's easier to handle. So now you can see it is generating the table. Now, let's say we want to investigate the situation in Germany a bit more. So we can ask the model to generate a table with all customers in Germany who received large discounts. And again, you can see that the analysis step is introduced by ChatGPT, so it cannot just answer immediately, but rather needs to go back to the data, generate code, execute that code, and then based on the code, it can then show the answer. And here, interesting thing, okay, we can see, yes, again, there's a code. Here we can see there are 75 or actually 76 rows generated, but this table is not showing the full result. All right. And now you can see that we have the results here. available. Another thing that I wanted to show you is that we can combine the knowledge base of the model with our data when we create our prompts. So let's say that we would like to generate a chart that will show us the number of orders by country, by year, but include only EU countries. So in this case, there is no information about which country is an EU country inside the data itself. So the model needs to use its knowledge base to understand which countries are included or should be included in the results and which should be excluded. So here, if we open up this code, you can see that it has a list of EU countries that were this list was generated from some other background knowledge that the model has access to. And then it is, okay, now this is interesting. So it has encountered some errors. But it was able to generate the chart nonetheless. All right, this is actually not an error, but rather a warning message. So there shouldn't be really issue with these results here. All right, so we could save this image. So you can see that we can extract this type of visual content from interaction with data through ChatGPT as well. Now, I wanted to still show you that we can lean more on broader knowledge base of the model and ask questions that incorporate elements of or require understanding of the data that we have provided earlier, but rely quite a lot on broader knowledge base of the model. So in this case, let's say that we have a salesperson or a relationship manager that is visiting Finland, and we would like that this person will visit all customers in the country. So we can ask a suggestion on which way that person should travel to, or in which order visit cities to meet all customers. So clearly this requires identification first, which cities in Finland are included in the data set, and that's what the model is doing right now. And then it can use its broader knowledge base to suggest the route. And it seems that the recommendations are reasonable here, right? So with that, I wanted to show you that we can leverage the ability of the model to comprehend data and then generate code on the fly to perform analysis for us, like we did earlier, but also generate visual content from this and incorporate knowledge base that is beyond the data set itself, so it can combine data and broader understanding of the data and knowledge outside of the model to generate answers for us. Gaining business value out of data analysis efforts and initiatives is sometimes challenging, not only because it's a tedious and time-consuming process, but also because it requires frequently access to specialized resources such as employees with the right skill sets or access to specialized tools or software. I hope that in this video, I was able to show you how generative AI tools might be bringing down and removing some of the barriers and roadblocks on the way between data and value. The type of analysis I performed is particularly suitable for exploratory analysis or any other types of analytical work where humans need to interact in real time with data and guide the analytical process.